Push-ups are an age-old exercise that hold numerous benefits for improving upper body strength and endurance. Now, you get good at these and you'll start making some seriously good things happen with your overall physicality. But not everyone has the upper body strength to perform push-ups, be it with good technique or even at all. So what exactly can be done when faced with this particular situation? Sure, you could opt to perform different exercises altogether, but this may require access to gym equipment or knowledge of proper exercise technique. And so before heading down this particular road or giving up on push-ups altogether, you may be surprised to hear about how simple and effective one particular type of push-up, the eccentric push-up, can truly be for improving your upper body strength and endurance. So the eccentric push-up, also known as a negative push-up, is a modification that most people can do, even if they can't do a traditional push-up. Now, the premise involves only exerting effort on the downward portion of the exercise without exerting any effort on the way up. So why perform a push-up if you're actually not going to use any energy or strength to push yourself back up? Well, this is where the geeky knowledge of anatomy and physiology can come in rather handy. Now you see, with traditional exercises, muscles undergo two different phases of effort, both which can be beneficial for improving strength and endurance. Now first, let's talk about the concentric phase. This is the portion of the exercise or movement that involves muscles contracting and physically shortening to produce movement, and this is the type of muscle contraction that most people are familiar with and think of when they think of exercise. In terms of the push-up, this is the phase where we push ourselves off the floor, which causes the pectoral muscles, the triceps, and the front deltoid muscle fibers to contract. And this allows the upper body to be pressed upwards away from the floor. Now, the second type of phase is known as an eccentric contraction, or the eccentric phase. And this refers to the controlled lengthening of the muscles as they go from a contracted state back to their resting length or even into a stretched position. Now, the cool thing about muscles is that they can always tolerate heavier eccentric loads than they can concentric loads. Just think of the classic chin-up exercise. It's much easier to slowly lower yourself down from a chin-up bar than to try and pull yourself up. And this is the exact same concept with push-ups. And when it comes to eccentric-based training, this controlled lengthening can be very stimulating for muscles, and it can lead to notable improvements in strength and even endurance. So with the eccentric push-up, I like to have my patients and athletes perform 5-second eccentrics. Now this means that it takes 5 seconds to go from the top of the push-up position down to the ground. And then from there, they simply just rock themselves back upwards and repeat for the specified number of repetitions. Just make sure when you do this exercise that you keep your movement slow at all times. It will become tougher as you get closer to the floor, so try to fight to maintain a consistent downward speed at all times. Also, be sure not to let your hips sag through. You want your chest and the front of your hips to contact the ground at the same time. And if the full push-up position is too challenging, you can try performing the same exercise from your knees, and this makes the movement much easier to do. And if that's still too challenging, you can try performing traditional push-ups from your knees with your hands on the edge of a workout bench or a chair. And this is actually even easier than the eccentric push-up from your knees. So give eccentric push-ups a try if you're keen on building some upper body strength, but you can't manage to adequately perform regular push-ups. You can perform them as a standalone exercise, or you can even incorporate them into a training regimen that you may feel works best for you. And if you decide to give them a try, let me know how it goes in the comments below. And hey, if this content is useful or helpful or informative in any manner, feel free to like the video and subscribe if you want to learn all about the art and the science of coming back stronger. And in the meantime, keep looking after yourselves, keep looking after one another, keep making great things happen, and I'll see you in the next video.